Admit it. You know that exact feeling. That 15-second high you get when you finally peel the paper seal off a brand new $1,200 iPhone. Your heart beats a little faster. You hold it, and for a second you feel accomplished. You feel relevant. But what happens 3 days later? The hype fades. The adrenaline drops. It is just another piece of glass and titanium in your pocket. But that charge on your credit card does not disappear as quickly as the excitement does. You are lying in bed at 2 in the morning, staring at the ceiling, wondering how you will pay the minimum balance. You may have traded some peace of mind for a short burst of excitement. And here is the important part. This experience is not accidental. Large companies understand how to design marketing that resonates with consumers. We complain all year long. We sit at the bar with our friends, drinking overpriced beers, swearing tech companies are getting way too greedy. We say we are absolutely not going to upgrade this time. Our current phone works fine. The battery holds up. The camera takes great pictures. But then September rolls around. The massive marketing machine wakes up. You see that sleek, beautifully lit presentation. Tim Cook steps onto a perfectly dark stage and says the word magical. Suddenly, all that logic goes straight out the window. People are literally pitching tents outside the Apple Store on 5th Avenue in 30 degrees Fahrenheit weather, just freezing their hands off, drinking stale coffee, waiting in line for a phone that looks almost exactly like the one they already have in their pocket. Does that make us irrational? No, it simply means you are human. You are a human being operating exactly how they programmed you to. You are participating in one of the most sophisticated marketing ecosystems ever built. They are not only selling a communication device, they also sell a feeling of novelty and status. And they apply a pricing strategy known as personal finance basics, price skimming. It is a system designed to maximize revenue from early demand. Here is a pricing strategy commonly taught in business schools. It is called personal finance basics, price skimming. Imagine a fresh bottle of milk. The richest, heaviest part, the cream, always rises to the absolute top. Skimming is when a company takes a spoon and scoops up that expensive cream first, before selling the rest of the milk to everyone else. When a tech giant drops that brand new phone model, they know exactly what it costs to manufacture in overseas factories. The manufacturing cost is only one part of the final retail price. But they don't charge you based on the parts. They often price at the highest level the market is willing to accept. They are targeting early adopters willing to pay a premium. The die-hard fans, the tech addicts, the people who literally cannot breathe if they are not holding the newest shiny toy on launch day. They capture the highest paying segment first. But here is where it becomes financially risky for some buyers, and this is where I need you to listen closely. It is not just millionaires buying these phones. It is the guy making $60,000 a year, driving a 10-year-old Honda, who just put a $1,200 phone on a credit card with a 24% interest rate. Why do we do this to ourselves? Because we are terrified of falling behind. In American culture, many people feel pressure to keep up with trends that if you don't have the latest gear, you are somehow losing the race. We call it keeping up with the Joneses, but the Joneses are drowning in debt too. You have to understand that you are not paying for a slightly better camera lens or a titanium edge that you are just going to cover up with a cheap plastic case anyway. You are effectively paying a premium for immediate access. You are paying a massive, ridiculous premium just for the right to walk into your office on a Monday morning and subtly place that new phone on the meeting table. You are paying to tell the world, look at me. I am successful. I am relevant. I am not falling behind. It can function as a status-driven premium, and the corporations know this. Marketing teams often rely on behavioral science insights to increase engagement and anticipation. They aim to create urgency and excitement. They aim to position the new product as significantly improved. Overspending can impact your long-term financial stability, your peace of mind, just to hit their quarterly profit margins. And you are volunteering to hand it over, swipe after swipe, because the fear of looking broke is stronger than the desire to actually build wealth. But the absolute masterpiece of their marketing strategy is not the camera. It is not the chip inside. It is how they turned you into their unpaid marketing team. Over time, social perceptions formed around platform differences. Think about dating or making new friends right now in America. You meet someone great. You get their number. You type a quick, "Hey, it was great meeting you," and you hit send. And then it happens. The text bubble pops up. But it is not blue. It is green. Let us be completely honest here. For a split second, what crosses your mind? You judge them. Or if you are the one sending the green text, you feel that sudden flash of embarrassment. It sounds absolutely ridiculous when you say it out loud. Why do grown adults care if a pixel on a screen is green instead of blue? But in the United States, that green bubble is not just a color. It screams to the group chat that you do not belong. It says you are on the outside. It says you cannot afford the club. The ecosystem unintentionally created a perceived social divide, and many consumers adopted it without questioning the implications. We are using our phones as a status yardstick. When you walk into a store and drop $1,200 on a phone you do not actually need, you are not buying a communication device. You may feel like you are buying social inclusion. You are paying a premium so that you don't get left out of the group chat features. You are paying so your teenage kids do not get bullied at school for ruining the blue bubbles. Apple knows that human beings are wired for connection. We are terrified of being cast out of the tribe. So the ecosystem differentiates features in a way that reinforces brand loyalty, and access to certain features comes at a premium price point. You are literally borrowing money, paying massive interest rates, just to prove to friends and complete strangers that you are doing okay in life. But those people are so wrapped up in their own financial stress, their own mountain of debt, that they are not even paying attention to your phone. We are all just walking around, playing this exhausting game of pretend. In some cases, people overspend to maintain perceived social belonging. It is not a technology upgrade. It can amplify existing social anxiety. And as long as you keep swiping that card out of fear, they will keep raising the price. Here is where the math becomes important. We talked about the social pressure, but now we need to talk about the numbers, because this is the part that breaks my heart. Apple skims the market, taking your top dollar on launch day. You walk out of the store feeling on top of the world. But let us fast forward just 6 months. The hype is entirely gone. The cellular carriers start offering crazy trade-in deals. By the time the next model is announced, that $1,200 status symbol has lost almost half of its value. It depreciates quickly, like most consumer electronics. But meanwhile, let us look at how you paid for it. If you swiped a shiny piece of plastic to get that phone, and you are only making the minimum payments, you may enter a costly debt cycle. With a 24% interest rate, high interest rates can significantly increase total repayment over time. The value of the phone is going down, but the amount you owe the bank is going up every single day. You may feel financially constrained. Think about what that really means. You wake up every morning, you sit in bumper-to-bumper traffic, and you give up hours of your life at a job you are exhausted by, just to hand your paycheck over to a bank. You may be limiting future financial options. You are stealing from the future you who wants to buy a home, or just sleep soundly at night without financial panic. You are prioritizing consumption over long-term financial goals. And for what? For a device that will be considered obsolete the second they step back on that stage next September. It is a brilliant business model for them, but it can be financially harmful if not managed carefully. You are working endlessly just to pay off your phone instead of actually living your life. Look, I get it, I really do. I have been there myself, caught up in the exact same cycle. It feels incredibly good to unbox that shiny new thing. It gives you a massive rush of dopamine. But if you are sick and tired of always feeling like you are one missed paycheck away from a total disaster, you have to make a choice today. You have to consider stepping outside the upgrade cycle and step off the treadmill. I want you to completely redefine what status means to you. In the year 2026, the ultimate flex is not carrying a titanium phone that you financed for 36 months. The ultimate flex is pure independence. It is waking up on a random Tuesday morning, making your coffee, and knowing that you do not owe anybody a single dime. It is looking at your bank account and feeling absolute peace instead of that familiar, heavy knot in your stomach. So the next time you are standing in that bright, beautiful Apple store, surrounded by all that perfect marketing, and you are about to swipe a credit card for money you do not even have. I want you to pause. Ask yourself one very simple, brutally honest question. Are you buying a tool to make your actual life better? Or are you just paying the impatience tax to impress strangers who do not even care about you? Take a deep breath, put the box down, and walk out. Keep your current phone for just one more year. Consider redirecting that money towards savings or investments. Because true wealth is the money you keep. Take your power back today. It is your life and your money. Remember that your worth is not defined by the products you own. If this message hit a nerve or made you rethink your next upgrade, hit that subscribe button right now. Here at the Retail Psychology Channel, we do not give you fake financial advice. We analyze consumer psychology and business strategy so you can actually win the game. Share this with a friend who is about to make a massive mistake. I believe in your freedom. See you next time.